The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara.
Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
It's North versus South in the state of California. We're underway between the Niners and Chargers.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
McCaffrey running up the middle. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here comes 3rd down at 7. Purdy. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Here we go with McCaffrey.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Here's Purdy.
Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
He'll get it here on the jet sweep.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
2nd down and 4. Now Purdy.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Here's 2nd and 10. Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Back to throw here, Herbert.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big man rumble.
Touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett, 75 yards.
And the Chargers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
That one blown up on a really nice effort by Tito Agbanaya up the middle.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Purdy now on second down.
Eluding the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. 6-0 our score after one. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Purdy now to throw.
And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first two drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Purdy on 4th down.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers.
Danny Gray.
66 yards.
And the Niners' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Jake Moody now for the point after.
He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away.
Returnable here for Davis.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Andy, do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey, 32 yards. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
So the turnover sets it up, and then a touchdown run here on the ensuing play.
And Brandon, a lot of times you see teams take shots in the passing game on a quick change like this. They go right back and throw one for the end zone. Here they just called a running play looking to get a few yards, but he's able to work his way downfield and take it into the end zone. The end result, the exact same thing as going for it in the passing game.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 41.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. On first down, it's Purdy. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
But it certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8. Purdy looking to throw.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. Call it a gain of 5. Fourth down now.
So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal.
From the right hash, this from 53. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away.
Returnable here for Davis.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Justin Herbert looking to pass.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the Niners are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Back to throw, Purdy. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
Throwing here, Purdy.
That is caught. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. McCaffrey on the counter. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Here's 2nd and 7. They go play action here. Purdy
steps away.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
But that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate that was just incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers.
Danny Gray.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Another attempt now from 5 yards further back. And the lead is up to 18 now.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to go up top again. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They start on the ground with McCaffrey.
He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Charger drive about to get going. They look up at the scoreboard, facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
First down, Chargers. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19. Herbert operating from the red zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Jalen Guyton from 19 yards away. And the Chargers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Brandon Staley telling his troops to stay out there and go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again.
91 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
You see Purdy, he's going to shift him around.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Good work there to force the incompletion and 4th down. Normally, it'd be a quick change for the punt return unit, but this offense has converted twice on 4th down so far, so you may want to double-check things there and make sure they're actually going to kick the football.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And they're going to speed things up here. Herbert off of play action. Throwing left side, it's complete. Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Here's 3rd and 9. Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Here's Purdy.
Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 2.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. Oh, able to avoid him.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 111 yards now for McCaffrey. It's a 1st down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And the 49ers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
McCaffrey is not going to get a whole lot. Maybe a yard down to the 3.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Now they send a man in motion right.
Again, McCaffrey. And this time he's going to lose yardage as they push him back to the 4-yard line.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Now Purdy.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Danny Gray
from 4 yards out.
And the 49ers have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Moody good with the extra point.
And that will make this a 19-point game.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away.
Returnable here for Davis.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflict.
And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga.
And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Samuel in motion. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
And 3 yards on the carry there as this defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Finds the open man, it's Mike Williams. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Looking left side, and it's complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. On 1st down, it's Herbert. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. One last throw here for Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. So the victory here for San Francisco. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.